Hello, this is Sunil CS. Welcome to Canopus. Why did the Indian economy shrink by 24%? New Delhi's decision to impose an abrupt lockdown caused economic damage but did little to stop the pandemic stall. Latest data suggests that the Indian economy has shrunk by 24%, its worst performance in 4 decades. The news could not have come at a worse time for Prime Minister Narendra Modi as India is embroiled in a border dispute with neighboring China. While coronavirus cases have also shot through the roof. The steep slump in the April-June quarter follows as haphazard lockdown New Delhi imposed in March on short notice, leaving millions of workers stranded in the cities. Images of laborers who had come to work in urban centers, dying alongside roads, have already damaged Modi's ruling Bharatiya Janata Party. That lockdown, which effectively shut down shops and factories, forced the people to cut back on spending, had a forceful impact on the economy. The production of everything from coal, cement and steel to trucks dropped by double digits compared to the same period of last year. India needs to continuously grow its GDP to accommodate the 12 million young people who enter the market every year. What's even more concerning is that the draconian lockdown has not helped stop the spread of COVID-19. India is now being dubbed the epicenter of the virus, with more than 79,000 infections being reported in one day. The economic engine in the country of 1.4 billion was stuttering even before the pandemic hit as GDP growth rate had slowed. Experts blame Modi's government for much of the trouble. In 2016, his government introduced a demonetization scheme amid much fanfare, promising that it would help fight corruption. Instead, the process of replacing lower denomination banknotes left poor farmers and small businesses reeling under losses as they faced difficulty in finding banknotes for their cash transactions. Once the world's fastest growing economy, India is now heading for a full year contraction, according to Bloomberg. What's troubling is that unlike other major economies where central banks have flooded the markets with cash, New Delhi does not have much leverage as it battles inflation and budget deficits at the same time. A crisis in the banking sector has made matters worse. For years, there have been concern that Indian banks are sitting on bad loans, which will haunt economic managers. Now, banks are cutting back on lending amid fears that businesses will go bankrupt or will not be able to pay back the loans, something that compounds the country's economic woes. A large number of Indian workers are employed in what is known as the informal sector. Laborers, rickshaw drivers, workers at tea stalls, who are not accounted for in the official data. This had led some analysts to believe that the actual GDP figure could be even worse as the pandemic has affected the livelihood of the poorest. The steep contraction is a setback for Prime Minister Modi, who is aiming to make India a $5 trillion economy by 2025. Last year, it was measured at $2.9 trillion, the fifth largest behind the US, China, Japan and Germany. Other major economies, including the United States, Japan, Germany, Canada, Turkey and others have all seen a contraction in the second quarter of this year. The UK saw a contraction of 20.4% in the same period.
मैं नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगा। मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगा। मैं संघ के प्रधानमंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक और शुद्ध अंतःकरण से निर्वहन करूंगा तथा मैं भय या पक्षपात, अनुराग या द्वेष के बिना सभी प्रकार के लोगों के प्रति संविधान और विधि के अनुसार न्याय करूंगा।